Greetings, young men. This is Principal Kafele. I'm in Tuskegee, Alabama. And let me tell you, it's thundering right now and it's getting ready to be a serious storm. So I'm going to make this very quick. I had to do this one because I don't know when I'll be back down this way, but this is a message I just had to do. Look behind me. What's behind me is an airport. It's called Moton Field here in Tuskegee. The two big buildings you see behind me, those are hangars. Those are where airplanes are repaired. Well, back in the 1940s, starting with 1941, this is where the Tuskegee Airmen, I know you heard of them, this is where the Tuskegee Airmen did their primary training in small airplanes before they moved on to a larger airfield and received advanced training in larger planes to fight in World War II. But it all started right here, Tuskegee, Alabama, at this field, Moton Field, where they were trained, and so many people not only trained to become pilots, these cadets to become pilots, but people trained in various other capacities within the Air Force industry, or I should say the airplane industry, and upwards of 10,000 people or more being trained in so many different capacities, but primarily the focus is obviously on the pilots when you talk about the Tuskegee Airmen. So all these young men coming to this site that you see behind me to learn how to fly so that they could ultimately fly for the U.S. Air Force and fly and fight in World War II. And boy, did they fight. They distinguished themselves. They demonstrated that when you give an African American an opportunity, they're going to soar. They're going to distinguish themselves. They're going to soar at the highest levels when given the chance, when given the opportunity. In this case, African Americans given the opportunity to fly, given the opportunity to fight, given the opportunity to win in that war, World War II, which in their case, training began in 1941. So I had to show you this before I get into the car, before this storm starts, because I am standing on sacred ground. Make no mistake about it. We're talking about where these historic pilots received their initial training. Tuskegee, Alabama, right here at Moton Field. So I use this quick message to your son to pay tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen, but also to enlighten you, those of you who may not be aware of them. So this is just an initial introduction. You may have seen the movie Red Tails. You may know some other information about them. But now I'm having the opportunity to show you Principal Kafele, standing here in Tuskegee at Moton Field at this historic location. So I'm talking fast because I want to beat this storm. I don't want my computer to get wet. Then I can't do anything on it anymore. But I wanted you to see this. So take it all in. Do further research. Do further reading. I certainly will now that I've had the opportunity of being here, to see it with my own eyes, to walk into those two buildings and to experience that myself. That's big for me. So enough said. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's get it done. In this case, let's do the reading. Let's do the research. This is Principal Kafele from Tuskegee, Alabama, Moton Field. Thanks for listening. Peace.